G'day viewers, my name's Graham Stevenson and I'd like to invite you to come on a journey of creativity and learning and adventure through the series Colour in Your Life. There's an artist in every family throughout the world, and lots of times there's an artist deep down inside all of us as well. So grab your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, uncles and mums and dads and come and see how some of the best artists in Australia do what they do.
Graham.
G'day Gina, how are you doing? Good to see you. Can I come in and have a look at what you're doing?
You certainly can, come on in.
Come and have a look at this, guys. You're going to have a great day. Come inside. Well, g'day viewers and welcome back to Colour in Your Life. Today we're going to be spending the day with a very talented wildlife artist, Gina Davey. Gina, welcome to Colour in Your Life. And Gina's going to take us through the process of actually painting a lion today. She actually works in acrylics and oils and pastels as well, don't you?
Yes, yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about your history. From reading your bio, you were at the Queensland
Art College.
Art College.
Years,
yeah, for 7 years, was it?
No, seven hills. It was
7 hills, 7 years. Well, she studied really hard.
I know.
So it was for 4 years?
Yeah, 4-year course, yeah.
Okay.
So that was for commercial illustration.
Okay.
And then I worked for 5 years as a commercial illustrator as well.
Okay. And I just saw as well you did choreography and dance and music, so you've really got you've encompassed the whole situation as far as the humanities is concerned.
I was at Conservatorium of Music as well, so yeah, very much a creative side, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also you really were tutored by a number of really well-known, say, master artists from Australia as well. I think that's really important if you can find a mentor to help guide you through the process of your own work. And tell me a little bit more about those guys.
Robert Wilson was my first one, and he was a landscape artist and absolutely amazing man. I just found that it just opened up my whole world. Yeah. By sort of having a landscape artist, even though I'm a wildlife painter normally.
Sure.
It made you see things in a different light.
Yeah.
And John Wilson as well. He's another landscape artist, beautiful man. Yeah. So he was really good. And also a guy called Keith Jewell from Julian Ashton.
Yes.
He's a still life painter.
Okay.
Which puts you on another bent, but it actually opens your world up in another way,
Yeah, because when I look at your work, I see that you're an extremely rounded artist. What brought you to wildlife? I mean, because obviously you really specialise in that these days, particularly the African wildlife, and you've really done a lot of travelling in the outback as well, haven't you?
Yeah, mainly in Australia, but I do tend to visit zoos regularly.
Sure.
And I've always been, I don't know, I've always had animals and I've always been interested in animals. So.
Yeah, because we're going to do obviously the lion today. The closest that we have obviously with African animals is Dubbo, isn't it?
Yeah, Dubbo Zoo. Even Australian Wildlife Zoo.
Oh, of course, which is at Landsborough as well, isn't it?
It's got some Taronga Zoo.
Yeah.
Any of the zoos are pretty good. You can get a bit of a different feel.
Sure. And I heard you're pretty hands-on. I used to do this as a kid as well. I used to do taxidermy when I was young because it was just a great way to learn what the animals were like. Obviously, I never killed anything. They were just sort of brought to me. But you're also a bit of a roadkill fanatic as well. You sort of go out.
I got a reputation.
Stop the car.
Yeah. Dead things are good things because you can get a good close-up. You can see every detail, the eyes, everything, beaks. I also like skulls. It's a bit of a hobby. Yeah,
I mean, I'm fascinated by that stuff too because there's just so much that you can see into them as well.
Yeah.
And obviously the anatomy of the whole mathematics of anatomy, it's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it puts a whole new bent on everything.
Absolutely, it does. But today we're going to do a lioness, and then Gina actually works with a lot of glazers as well with her work, and I'm really excited about this because she's so good at bringing out those illuminated glazes, and they just look magic. I mean, you get this real three-dimensional effect in the work, but let's make a start and we'll follow you through the process.
Okay.
Sounds great. All right, Gina, to begin a line painting. Now, I can see by your canvas there that you've actually got a base colour on that. Generally, from what I know, as doing this as long as I have, is that the warmer base colours obviously give you a warmer picture.
Yep.
The cold or the neutral one's going to give you a colder picture.
Yep.
So obviously, because it's an African scene, you put the base colour down. Did you use acrylics for that?
I did. I've used interactive red gold with a little bit of cad yellow in it. Just lifts it. I like the luminosity that it brings, you know, underneath.
Yeah, looks great, doesn't it? And I can see the photo of the line there, so obviously that's something that you've taken yourself.
Yes, go to the zoos, get as much photography as I can.
It's really important to be able to understand the animal yourself, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. And just to see them in their environment is really nice.
Let's have a look at you mix some of those colours, and we'll see if we can't create a magic African scene somewhere in Dubbo.
Somewhere in Dubbo.
So that's terps in that jar there, is it?
This is terps now, yeah.
Okay.
It's the only time I use terps to do the washing, and I'll just do a general.
Ooh, look at that.
General.
So
shape.
it's just a real wash of colour then.
Yeah.
So you're not afraid of there's a lot of artists. Obviously, you're very proficient at what you do, but I'd say there'd be a lot of artists out there that'd be panicking right now, going, "I've just lost my lines." It's a bit of a pun, wasn't it? I've just lost my line. But the actual the physical lines you've got on there, you're not worried about that. You just want the washing.
Yep. Just get a nice. See how it's beautiful.
Oh, it's magnificent, isn't it?
You want to eat it. It's just lovely.
Obviously, you can still see the background sketch anyway.
Yeah, it'll come through just eventually. It's only a general outline anyway, so.
Yeah, that looks amazing, doesn't it?
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
And what was that colour again?
This is burnt sienna.
Burnt sienna, okay. And you're using chroma archivals.
Yeah, they're beautiful, juicy colour.
Yeah, they're very, very rich, aren't they? So were these some of the techniques that you learned off the masters?
No.
Or you've developed these yourself?
Yeah, these ones I have, yeah.
Okay.
Off of the others, I think I learnt more about atmospherics and lost and found edges and that side of thing, you know, that really showed up.
No,
Before that, I was sort of painting naive sort of wildlife, as you do when you're learning.
No, but obviously as we're going along, the audience can see some of the many wildlife pictures that you've done screened in, and there was one thing, I mean, you sort of stuck out very rapidly when I was doing research, and I first saw your work, and it was like, wow, look at this girl. You obviously know a friend of mine from the UK, Raymond Ching, or know of him?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I've spent some time with Raymond in England, and that is the master of masters, isn't it?
He is, yeah. And the sketching, you know, you just can't beat his sketching.
He's amazing, he really is. You should see his studio as well. It's like, oh, wow, it's incredible.
I found him several years ago, and I think, you know, I do a lot of sketching as well, so I don't know, it just oozes the best of everything, doesn't he, with sketching?
It's amazing, it really is.
Yeah.
And to sort of stand in, and that's the reason we're actually doing this show is, you know, after being able to stand in the studio of Raymond Ching, and sort of go, wow, I mean, you know, you wish the whole world could see this.
Yeah.
You know, you're part and parcel of passing that legacy on as well, which is just great.
So you can see I haven't got any thick paint really on at all.
Yeah, it's just running,
all I want is that real nice glow that's going to come through the whole thing. So after I've done that, I'll just wipe out. There's a beautiful highlight just here.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take that out, back to there.
How about that? And you're just sort of stripping out the light that you want.
Yep. Just knock it back a little bit.
See, there's another technique that I haven't seen before either.
There's a little bit of light just across here too.
Yeah, okay. Look at that.
Nice.
But I mean, the amazing part about it is you can actually see the line, and you've virtually done nothing at all to get it started.
Yeah. I know, it's a wonderful technique.
Isn't it? It's just amazing. And your partner David is also an artist as well.
He is, yes. Very handy it is to have someone to fire off on.
It's amazing because you're both really, really talented people. I've seen David's work as well, and he reminds me very much of the really well-known English artist David Shepherd.
Yes, with his trains.
Yeah, it's very similar work too. So okay, from there, where do we head off to now to start to pull this together?
What I normally do now is put in the shadow colour. So,
okay.
Because I've got the blue here as well. The blue will give me a cool. So I've got all the warms in now. And I can just put a few shadow colours in as well. I don't know if you can see on the photo. Yeah. We've got that definite shadow through there.
Yeah. So you're sort of really building an essence of sort of washes, aren't you?
Yeah, layer.
Layer upon layer, yeah.
If you don't I just find if you get the sort of all the foundation work in,
Yeah.
then you've got something to paint on afterwards.
Absolutely. Okay, all right, well you were saying that takes about an hour to dry, but I just realised you've got a little technique that you're going to show us.
I have, yeah, the hot air gun.
So you've got a hair gun. These are actually normally used for stripping paint, but you're actually going to dry paint with it this time.
Yeah, it just it'll take the tack out of it, so
sure.
I can get another coat on in a hurry. Okay, so now we can go through with a shadow colour.
Okay.
We've got this nice warm through there.
And this is, what's the colour that you're mixing again?
Ultramarine blue with the burnt sienna.
Okay.
So it's just enough to cool it off.
So you've got the sort of cool and the warm colour together.
Yeah. I'm just going to put a layer in. So we've got a little bit of dark in here.
Yeah. And since you've begun your career, you've actually started to become successful at taking out some artistic prizes as well as you've gone along, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was very lucky. I did a painting and it was accepted to be hung in Parliament House.
Isn't that great?
So yeah, it was really exciting for me.
Yeah, it would be, absolutely. And the fact that you're using a limited palette, I think that if artists are expected to understand their colours, I mean, I know that there's a massive array of colours out there, but you really have to start with the basics.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, you know, that you can pick up 100 tubes, but if you can colour mix, then you've got the home run.
Yeah, absolutely. You can always retrace it back again.
Yeah, if you're just picking up tube colours and you don't know what's in them, then you haven't got a hope really.
Yeah.
So we're just giving it a little bit of a cool wash across the back there.
Just say to the viewers that you're welcome to come in and have a look at Gina's work in Colour in Your Life, because she has some amazing work that you'll see a small section of, but there is a ton of her images actually in the Colour in Your Life website. Gina actually has her own website as well, so that's pretty easy to track the lady down under any circumstances. So, you know, if you guys wanted to do workshops, if you want to talk to Gina about commissions, obviously with the fabulous African series that she does, you get in contact, absolutely, because this is a miracle in progress you've seen today.
Thank you.
It really is.
Let's put a little dark in around her eye here too, just to start pulling that out.
Is this a great way to lead your life, or what?
Oh, I know. You couldn't wish for anything better, could you?
No, you really couldn't. And it's, you know, in saying that, that's really what the series is about, and obviously your legacy as a teacher as well. Is just to say to people, you know, life's to be lived, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah. So from here, we're going to go to the background.
Okay.
I think I said before, I like to work both.
Yeah.
I don't want a hard edge, so I need to keep that background going.
Okay.
And also, my background's in layers, so I need to sort of have them done as well.
Okay.
This is an odorless medium from Archival Oils.
Okay.
And it's wonderful for glazing. I've really got it up into that brush.
Okay.
Mix the two together. I'm not overly worried about them being mixed as in totally mixed together. There's a little bit of each on there. See how green that is?
Yeah. So you're going to paint that first, and then you're going to paint some alizarin over the top of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can already see the yellow still through there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't want to really lose all that. So it's just a nice thin layer.
And it seems to sort of stretch a fair way too, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
you just sort of keep painting it and it just keeps going and going.
It was like sort of, what do you say, when you have a discovery?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, is finding mediums that work for you.
It was your eureka moment.
Yes, very much.
Okay.
I find I could do so much with it. So this green will start popping out this warmth in here now. I like to do everything. I'll sort of steer away from here and I'll do a still life or a floral. I find that if you mix yourself up a little bit, then you learn a lot more.
Sure.
If you just stick to one medium and one genre, you're probably really closing yourself down.
Yeah.
That's why I say I use several landscape painters, and they were good landscape painters, and I honestly learned so much.
Sure.
You know, and I might not paint a landscape, but I learned about atmosphere and you know, pulling and pushing and all sorts of things. So it's wonderful.
Yeah, and I suppose in the end, it's really it's gathering that information to come out with a style that just simply suits Gina Davey.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not painting like those guys.
No.
You're painting like you want to in the end.
Yeah, yeah, but it's all those factors that will you know, sort of mould you, I guess, the way you end up coming out.
Sure.
But if you haven't got that information, then you can't use it, you know.
Yeah. Okay, Gina, I can see that you've taken the photo down. You've got the whiteboard. You're about to mix some colours on the whiteboard because of why?
Basically, I like tonal ranges, and I like to have them pre-mixed. I also like them up beside my painting so that I can see and I can work one from one. I'm not looking back here.
Okay.
And I like to, when I was talking before about a limited palette,
Yeah.
so I like to have those out at the top,
Yeah.
and then I'll colour mix from those.
That's quite fascinating because most artists mix flat.
Yes.
But you're actually mixing your palette right beside you.
Right up the top.
Which I think is great. I mean,
yeah, it's just a different
wonderful
method. You know.
Did anybody specifically teach you that?
No, no. A little bit of colour, a little bit of white. And I've got 4 tones here. That one, same with the yellow.
All right, viewers, well, we're going to let Gina work on this for a little while. There's some other things she has to do. We've got to put another layer on the back, another wash, and it's going to take a few hours to do that. So we're going to duck away and let her do that, and we'll be back shortly. Well, viewers, as you can see, we let Gina do her thing for a little while, and she's put another glaze on the back of the picture and started to build it up in different places. Where do we go from here, Gina?
Now I'm going to put, well, a lot of the cools in, so I've got the purples in there. I can interchange with some of these other colours, so I usually get some of the yellows and the pinks in as well.
Okay.
And then start working on the rock and build up the in the foreground.
Excellent.
So I usually use the same colours.
Okay.
If I can, and just finish off with something a bit different if I have to.
And I still notice you've got, I mean, you've done the eye since we're away, but you're still using pretty well much the same size brushes, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's still really sort of blocking everything.
I won't go down to the last thing and I'll put the hairs in with a small one.
Okay.
But if I can work big,
in
fact I'd be bigger than this if I could, I think.
Really? They'd be pretty big paintings, I think. So.
I know.
But I'm going to sit back over here again and watch what you're up to. And you just clean the brush with the baby oil?
I do, yeah. And just wipe it out really well.
So no terps at all?
No.
Yeah?
No, once I get through the smelly bit in the beginning, I'm away.
Just the baby oil to clean your brush. There's the new one, guys.
And then I wipe my brush on the surrounding area.
Oh dear.
And that actually ties that all in then.
Sure.
So now I'm going into my hot colours.
Oh yes.
So I've kept everything.
So
kept everything till the last minute.
This is the exciting part where it really starts to snap.
So the whole thing's about sort of the interplay, I guess, between those warm lights and these cools and the shadows.
And you can actually get the effect with what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find, like I can put that rock in, and then if I need that in shadow, I'll put a glaze over that.
Okay.
And on a cool colour, and that'll just knock the whole thing right back.
Yeah. Now I've noticed that you've taken the photo down, and you've just really been sort of going along with your gut, and obviously your knowledge of the animal. That's obviously effective for you?
It is. I found, particularly with birds, when I was painting birds, people laboriously copy what's on the photo. So I always say to get all your details, all your information from that animal or bird, get it on there and then get rid of it. And then you've got to be a painter.
Sure.
That's where the painting comes in.
Absolutely does,
There's the pushing and the pulling and, and the making it a painting.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're just laboriously copying a photo. And it just
particularly
comes out like that.
Particularly with birds' feathers too.
Oh, definitely, yeah. As you say, with the little brush, it's, they're very labour intensive.
Yeah.
And I've done that myself, and I still do it to a degree.
Yeah.
But after I've got all that information down that's on that bird, I put the photo away and I make it a painting.
And this is obviously something you teach in your workshops as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely
Colour mixing, and I do a lot of pastel workshops, and when you get to a pastel workshop, everyone's got a different set. You've got mungos, you've got the really good stuff, and some have got 20,000 and some have got 5.
Yeah.
And I've found that you have to teach people how to use what they've got to make something. So if they've only got 8 pastels, we can do a painting with those 8 pastels by colour mixing. not just using what's in that in that stick.
Absolutely.
And it's the same with oil painting, you know, any painting really. If you stick to 5 or 6 colours, you can paint anything.
Yeah, very true, very, very true.
So if I didn't put the darks in first, I wouldn't have anywhere for the lights to go.
Sure. The area that you are now, you're obviously softening it off, and it's a fairly dry brush technique, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Just pulling both, you know, backwards and forwards, just sort of blend that little area just a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
And make it just a little bit softer. I'll just put a few hairs on there for you.
Oh, you just sort of want to pick that out, do you?
Yeah. And just drag them. As you notice, I'm back to a little tiny brush.
It's like a rigger brush.
Yep. And a lot of medium, just to get it to flow.
Just to let it flow. Well, you've still got a little bit of work to do there, and obviously there's a lot of detail to do. So I think we might let you continue on doing some work for a little while, and then we'll duck away again and pop back and see how you progressed.
Okay.
That'd be great. Okay, well, as you can see, Gina's been moving along and really has put a lot of wonderful detail into the work as well, and then really sort of snapped a lot of those areas.
Just warming it all up.
Yeah.
I put a little bit of orange through there to warm it up, and the eye, I've picked the detail of the eye up.
Yep.
See the whiskers in here, I've done a mauvey colour to keep them in the shadow.
Yeah.
And picked up all the light ones up here.
That's wonderful.
It's not just like putting jewellery on, isn't it? It's the last few little bits that make it sing.
Sometimes a lioness just needs her bling.
It does. And she's a lovely girl too.
Yes. It's beautiful, beautiful work. Okay, Gina. Fabulous stuff. It's been a wonderful day. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, a magnificent artist, wildlife, obviously specialising in African wildlife. Somebody that really knows their light. Quite extraordinary what Gina does. If you'd like to see more of Gina's work and all the other great artists we have, you can come into colourandyourlife.com.au. Have a look at all the artists in there. We have thousands of them in there these days. The site is getting unbelievably busy, giving away original paintings, and there are prizes going on with some of our major sponsors, which is Canson and Chroma. Also, I'd like to thank Virgin. We are up in the air with Virgin these days, Pacific, Asia, Middle East, right across Australia. So thanks heaps to Virgin for putting our art show onto their airline, which I think is really cool. And also, Australian Art Review is also now one of our sponsors and supporters. So I'd really like to thank the guys from Australian Art Review. They've really come on board very heavily with us as well. And all of this is making Colour in Your Life, without a doubt, the best art show that's ever happened in this country. So thank you to everybody for being part of it. Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been wonderful to have you.
It really has. And as I always say, remember, till we see each other again, make sure you put some colour in your life. See you next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
G'day viewers, and welcome to Brisbane Art Expo. As you can see, it's been really successful. Now remember, we're off to Sydney in September the 21st to the 23rd. Now come along and see all of the artists, all of the great work that we've got here. There's workshops on, there's seminars, buy some art, talk to the artists. Come to Sydney, see you in September, you'll have a great time.